Could you explain what an electronic component is in more detail?
An electronic component is a basic physical element used in an electronic circuit. These components can either be passive, like resistors and capacitors, or active, like transistors and diodes. Passive components don't require power to operate, whereas active components need power and can amplify or control electrical signals. They work together to perform specific functions in a circuit, such as controlling voltage, current, or storing energy.
Can you describe Ohm's law and its significance?
Ohm's law states that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the voltage applied across it and inversely proportional to its resistance. The formula is expressed as V equals I times R, where V is the voltage in volts, I is the current in amperes, and R is the resistance in ohms. This law is fundamental in understanding how circuits work and helps calculate power dissipation, current, and voltage across components.
What exactly is a resistor and what role does it play in an electronic circuit?
A resistor is a passive electronic component that resists the flow of electrical current. Its primary function is to limit the current that can flow through a circuit. Resistors are made of materials that have a known resistivity and are rated for specific resistance values, usually in ohms. They help in controlling the current, dividing voltage, and protecting other components from excessive current.
Can you explain what a capacitor is and how it functions in a circuit?
A capacitor is a passive electronic component that stores electrical energy in an electric field. It consists of two conductive plates separated by an insulating material called a dielectric. When a voltage is applied across the plates, it stores energy and can release it when needed. Capacitors are used in a variety of ways, such as smoothing out power supply signals, filtering noise, coupling AC signals while blocking DC, and timing applications in circuits.
Can you tell me about the role of a diode in a circuit?
A diode is a semiconductor device that allows current to flow in one direction only, blocking current in the opposite direction. It is made of two different semiconductor materials, typically silicon, that form a p-n junction. Diodes are commonly used in rectifiers, where they convert AC to DC, and in protection circuits to prevent reverse voltage from damaging sensitive components.
Can you differentiate between AC and DC power?
A C, alternating current, is a type of electrical current that periodically reverses direction. It is the form of electricity delivered to homes and businesses. DC, direct current, on the other hand, flows in one constant direction. It is commonly used in batteries and electronic circuits. The main difference is in the direction of current flow. AC reverses direction periodically, while DC maintains a steady direction.
Can you explain what a transistor is and its application in electronics?
A transistor is a semiconductor device used to amplify or switch electronic signals. It consists of three layers of semiconductor material: the emitter, base, and collector. There are two main types of transistors, NPN and PNP. Transistors are fundamental in modern electronics, used in amplifiers, logic gates, digital circuits, and as switches in microprocessors and memory devices.
What exactly is a PCB and how is it used in electronic devices?
A PCB, or printed circuit board, is a flat board used to physically support and electrically connect electronic components. The board is made from a non-conductive material, usually fiberglass, with conductive copper traces etched onto it to form pathways for electrical signals. PCBs are crucial in most electronic devices because they provide a compact and organized way to mount and connect components, improving reliability and reducing the size of the device.
How would you explain the difference between analog and digital signals?
Analog signals are continuous and can represent a wide range of values. For example, an audio signal, like a voice, is naturally analog, as it varies smoothly in amplitude and frequency. Digital signals, however, consist of discrete values, typically in binary form, zeros and ones. Digital signals are more robust and easier to process, which is why digital electronics like computers and smartphones have largely replaced analog technology.
Can you describe the function of an amplifier in an electronic circuit?
An amplifier is an electronic device that increases the power, voltage, or current of a signal. It takes a small input signal and makes it larger without significantly changing its shape or quality. Amplifiers are essential in applications like audio systems, radio transmitters, and television broadcasting, where weak signals need to be boosted for transmission or output.
What is the purpose of a relay in a circuit?
A relay is an electrically operated switch that allows a low voltage or low current signal to control a higher voltage or higher current circuit. It uses an electromagnet to open or close contacts in the relay. Relays are widely used for controlling high-power devices with low-power signals, such as in automotive systems, home appliances, and industrial machines.
Could you explain the function of a voltage regulator?
A voltage regulator is a device used to maintain a constant output voltage despite variations in the input voltage or load conditions. It ensures that the voltage supplied to sensitive components, like microcontrollers and sensors, remains stable. Voltage regulators can be linear or switching, with linear regulators providing smooth, low-noise output, while switching regulators are more efficient, especially for higher power applications.
What does a fuse do in a circuit?
A fuse is a protective device that prevents excessive current from flowing through a circuit, which could otherwise damage components or cause overheating. It consists of a wire that melts when the current exceeds a certain threshold, breaking the circuit and stopping the flow of electricity. Fuses are essential for safeguarding electronic devices and are commonly used in power supplies and electrical appliances.
Could you explain what a microcontroller is and how it is used?
A microcontroller is a small computer on a single integrated circuit, IC, that can be programmed to perform a wide range of tasks. It typically includes a processor, CPU, memory, RAM and flash, and input/output peripherals. Microcontrollers are used in embedded systems like home appliances, robotics, automotive systems, and industrial equipment, where they perform specific control functions.
What is the function of an inductor in an electronic circuit?
An inductor is a passive component that stores energy in a magnetic field when current flows through it. Inductors resist changes in current, making them useful for filtering signals, smoothing power supplies, and limiting current spikes. They are commonly used in power supplies, radio frequency circuits, and transformers.
Can you explain the difference between a series and parallel circuit?
In a series circuit, components are connected one after the other, and the same current flows through each component. If one component fails, the entire circuit is broken. In a parallel circuit, components are connected across common points, providing multiple paths for current to flow. If one component fails, the current can still flow through the other paths, so the circuit remains operational.
What do you understand by impedance?
Impedance is the measure of opposition that a circuit offers to the flow of alternating current, AC. It combines both resistance, the opposition to DC, and reactance, the opposition to AC, caused by capacitors and inductors. Impedance is important in AC circuits, as it affects how signals are transmitted and how power is delivered to components.
What is the role of a signal oscillator in electronics?
A signal oscillator generates periodic waveforms, typically sine, square, or triangle waves that can be used to drive other components or circuits. Oscillators are fundamental in generating clock signals for digital circuits, radio transmitters, and audio applications.
Could you elaborate on the concept of ground in electronics?
Ground, in electronics, is the reference point in a circuit, typically considered to have zero voltage. It serves as a common return path for electric current, ensuring that different parts of the circuit have a consistent voltage reference. Grounding also provides safety by directing excess or unwanted electricity safely into the earth.
Can you explain how a voltage divider works?
A voltage divider is a simple circuit consisting of two resistors connected in series. It reduces the input voltage to a lower output voltage, depending on the resistor values. The voltage divider is commonly used in circuits where specific voltage levels are needed for components like sensors, analog to digital converters, or feedback loops.